Students of class 7, welcome to our e-learning class. Today I am back with your social science geography class, and today I am going to discuss another subunit from your geography book, and it is from the second chapter, and today's subunit is rocks and minerals. Previous class we have discussed how Earth's crust and the interior of the earth divided into many layers. Now today we are going to discuss the uppermost layer of the earth. It is called crust, and what the major components of the crust. That crust is made up mainly with rocks and minerals. That in the top of the layer of the earth made up with different rocks and minerals. And rocks and minerals, and if I divide the rocks are mainly divided into three types. Number 1, igneous rock. Number 2, sedimentary rock. And number 3, metamorphic rock. First one, igneous rock. What is igneous rock? That when inside from our earth, when those mantles, and from the mantles came from inside our earth, those molten metals, this is called magma, comes out from the magma chamber with a weaker spot of the earth's surface and spread all over the earth and cools down. It is called igneous rock. Sometimes what happens, the molten metals and minerals also stored inside those magma chambers and inside those lava tubes and turn into rocks. So those are also igneous rocks. Okay. So in this way, when those rocks made up with the molten metals and minerals present inside our earth, these are called igneous rock. And igneous rock also divided into two parts as per their origin. Number 1, intrusive. Number 2, extrusive igneous rock. And what is intrusive igneous rock now? That those rocks, if the molten metals or those minerals called magma found some weaker spot over the surface of earth, then they try to come out, because they are in a huge pressure and temperature inside our earth. But when the pressure released, suddenly they comes out from that place. And in this way, but what happened in this course of their journey, when the lava comes out from the lava tubes, when the magma comes out from those magma chambers, from those weaker spots, they cannot reach up to the surface, and they trapped inside those weaker spots through the lithosphere and crust. And after that, what happened? They became solid through a course of time and turned into rocks. Those rocks called intrusive igneous rocks. Those are because those rocks made inside those chambers, those lava chambers, and inside our crust. These are called intrusive igneous rocks. And the example is the granite. Granite is very much used in today's life, that the tiles, also the slabs, these are also made up with the granite. Now next one, it is extrusive igneous rock. What is extrusive igneous rock? That in this similar way, when the molten metals and the minerals comes out from the weaker spot from the earth and spread all over the surface, either in the form of volcanic mountain or in the time of earthquake, then they stored over the surface and cools down, and with the touch of water, okay, then they turn into solid rocks. So these rocks are called extrusive igneous rocks. And another thing, that those when those molten things comes out of the surface, these are called lava, and when molten minerals and the metals stored present inside our earth, this is called magma. So this is the difference, don't be confused. Now extrusive igneous rock, this extrusive igneous rocks example is basalt. Okay, and basalt also used in construction, to making houses. This is also mixed with the cement and the sand. So this is basalt is very important. This is the uses of basalt. Now we are going to discuss the next type of rocks, that is sedimentary rock. What is sedimentary rock? That when intrusive and extrusive igneous rocks, due to a course of time, when they eroded by the wind, by the rivers, by animals, or anyway, or glaciers, they actually deposited in another region. And they also deposited layer by layer. So layer by layer they are deposited in one place for a long time, almost millions of years, and then they turned into rocks. And this type of layered rocks are called sedimentary rocks, and sediment means layer, so that's why it is called sedimentary rocks. And an example of sedimentary rock is sandstone. And the great mountain that is situated in the northern portion of Indian subcontinent, that is the Great Himalaya, it is also made up with sedimentary rocks. It was said that there was a sea when the earth created, then there is a huge sea was there between the landmass present in the China side and the landmass, it is the India side, and both the landmasses, when they had a collision, then those the alluvial deposit also bent and turned into a mountain, huge mountain, and it is called Himalaya. So in this way, the Himalaya also made up with sedimentary rocks. And another type of example of sedimentary rock is sandstone, limestone, etc. Now another important thing, that fossils also found in the sedimentary rock. What is fossils? That the remains of the dead plant and animals trapped in the layers of the rocks. When dead plants and animals trapped in between the two layers of sedimentary rock at the time, and millions of years of transformation turned those animal bodies into rocks also, and their impression was imprinted on the layers, and this is called fossil. Okay, and these body remains also turned into rocks and trapped inside the layers. This is called fossil rock. Now the last type of rock is metamorphic rock, and the example is marble. That what is metamorphic rock? Due to the changes through millions of years, the sedimentary and igneous rocks, due to they are also fell under the ground, they also covered up with soils, and inside the crust, with huge temperature and pressure, they turned into metamorphic rocks. The nature of the rock was totally changed, and they turned into another type of rock. It is called metamorphic rock. And the example is marble. And marble is transformed from limestone. Limestone is a sedimentary rock. Sedimentary and limestone turned into marble due to huge pressure and heat under the crust. So this is metamorphic rock. As well as the slate is also a metamorphic rock, that is made from clay. Clay is also sedimentary rock. So in this way, clay turned into slate. So these are the example of metamorphic rock. So that's all from this subunit. I hope you have understood that these three rocks and their divisions and what are the examples. Next class we'll discuss another subunit from history. So till then, see you again. Thanks for watching.